Hello, I'm Philip Hopkins. For this week's assignment, I'll be discussing the implications of the Milburnie Dam in Raleigh, North Carolina. The reason that I chose this dam in particular is because it's very close to home for me, both literally and figuratively. The dam is about 2 miles away from where I currently live, and it is somewhere that I fish with my children, or I should say, the historical side of the dam. The Milburnie Dam was recently removed in 2017. It was built on the Neuse River, which stretches from Falls Lake just outside of Raleigh to the Pamlico Sound in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. The dam created a 6-mile long impoundment that prevented migratory fish from reaching their native spawning grounds from the coastal plains into the inland rivers, particularly American shad and striped bass. Historically, the Atlantic sturgeon were also affected, but in recent years they have moved out of the area completely, leaving only the shad and the striped bass. The Neuse River is 140 miles long, and it's one of the most important fisheries in the state of North Carolina. Probably because it's one of the longest, stretching from the coast inland. Prior to the river's damming, in the early 1900s, more shad and striped bass were harvested on the Neuse than anywhere else in the United States. Because of the historical importance of this dam and the negative implications that it was having on the migratory fish in the region, residents and outdoorsmen and conservationists alike have lobbied for its removal for the last 2 decades. However, there was no traction for the Milburnie Dam in particular. But since 1998, there was a total of 5 other dams removed in North Carolina, with Milburnie being the most recent and making it 6 total, and it's also considered to be one of the greatest successes. This is particularly true for the striped bass. In the 10 years after the dam was erected in 1903, there was a deficit of a total of 700,000 pounds of striped bass harvested in the Neuse River. After another dam, the Quaker Neck Dam, was built, striped bass were pushed even closer to the coast and away from their native inland spawning grounds. Once the Quaker Neck Dam was removed in 1998, the bass began spawning further inland, eventually reaching Milburnie Dam in Raleigh once again. And now that the Milburnie Dam has been removed, it's expected the striped bass will continue to move inland, inching closer to their native spawning grounds. Striped bass are only one of the successes of having the Milburnie Dam removed. However, none of this can be attributed to one specific party. Many state and federal agencies came together in an effort to ensure the dam's removal was in the best interest of the ecosystem. And this collaboration was welcomed from those local communities, fishermen, conservationists, and outdoorsmen who had been lobbying for the last 2 decades to have the dam removed and restore those fisheries. The United States Fish and Wildlife Service, the Albemarle-Pamlico Estuarine Study, and the Albemarle-Pamlico National Estuary Partnerships were chief among those who made the dam's removal possible. These collaborative efforts showcase the importance of these agencies working together to restore the ecosystems and make the fisheries what they once were. Since the dam's removal, many studies have been conducted that show the striped bass and American shad are returning to the Neuse River in abundance. However, their numbers are still far below that of their pre-1903, before the dam was erected, numbers. Their return is creating a healthy environment for many native species of the Neuse River, such as large and smallmouth bass, sunfish, and other recreational native species like channel catfish and blue catfish. These native game fish generate millions of dollars in revenue through tag sales from resident and non-residents alike each year. So much so that state authorities are considering the Milburnie Dam as an economic success, and they are now seeking to recreate this success with the removal of other dams that are hindering migratory fish throughout the state. Thank you.